Hi everyone, welcome back to Arya's Academy. So this is the continuation video of profit and loss. So in the first video of profit and loss part 1, we have covered the concept related to profit and loss, and now we will be looking at the questions. We will be solving 10 questions based on the concept that we have learned in the previous video. So ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಒಂದು 10 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ IBPS, SBI and other competitive exams. Okay, so let's solve 10 questions in this video. Okay, question number 1. So try to understand the question at first so that you actually can do the solution at a faster pace than others. Okay, so see, the question states very clearly that Lokesh bought an article. So bought means what? Cost price. So the cost price of the article is for how much? 2500 rupees. He has bought for 2500. Andre artha cost price 2500 anta. So the cost price of the article is 2500 and he has spent an additional amount 320 rupees, right? I already said very clearly in the first video that whatever the amount that you are spending between the purchase and selling to some other person, that also has to be involved into included into the cost price, and the overall cost price is known as effective cost price. ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ, ನೀವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ನೀವು ಏನೇ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. Now we can very clearly state that the effective cost price is equal to original cost price of 2500 plus the additional amount that has been spent on shipping 320. So it becomes 2820 rupees, right? Then he sold it. He sold it for how much? 4089. So by just looking at the value, you can definitely say there is a gain or profit, right? Because selling price is more than cost price, 4089. But you should know the value. How much is the value? You have to subtract the original cost price, means the effective cost price from the selling price. Selling price minus cost price will give you gain or profit. You already know this, right? That's why I told you concept is really important. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 4089 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, 2820 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. So how much is the profit? You have to calculate by subtracting the effective cost price from the selling price. So the profit in terms of rupees is 9. 8 minus 2 how much? 6. 10 minus 2 how much? Sorry, 10 minus 8 how much? 2. 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 2 1. So 1269 rupees. So this is the actual profit. 1269 is the profit, but that's not the question, right? They're asking you percentage. What is the percentage of profit? So profit percent is equal to what? The amount in terms, profit in terms of rupees, and it should be always compared to what? Total effective cost price. That is 2820 into 100, right? 0, 0, cancel. See, these are some means the numbers are not that straightforward, but we can go with 3. Okay, if you know third table, that's fine. 3 4s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, right? So 3 9s are 27, 3 4s are 12. So 94 and 423. So in fourth table we will never get 3, right? So you cannot directly cancel 423 with the help of 94. Hence I am going with 2. 2 will go 4 to 4s are 2 7s are 47 times, and 2 here will go to 5s are 10. Now I can cancel with 47. So here 47 is there, here 23 is there. 47 10s are how much? 470. If you subtract one time, then you will exactly get 423. Means it exactly goes 9 times. If you don't know, you can multiply. 9 7s are 63, 9 4s are 36 plus 6 how much? 42. So exactly got the same value, right? So it goes for how many times? 9 times. So here already 5 is there. Don't forget that. So 9 5s are how much? 45%. So the correct answer is option B. 45% is the right answer. Hope you got the proper understanding of the question. If you haven't, you please go and watch part 1 of profit and loss. That is the conceptual video on profit and loss. Okay. Let me move to question number 2. Meenal purchased what? She purchased a car. Purchase means what? It's nothing but purchase price or cost price. The cost price is 25,000 rupees, and he again sold it. So she has sold it for how much? 34,800. It's very clear. This is selling price 34,800. This is cost price 25,000. So obviously, as selling price is greater than cost price, there is a definite gain or profit, right? ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವರು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೋ 25,000 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 34,800 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ 34,800 ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 25,000. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ 9,800 rupees ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? 9,800 rupees profit. How we arrived at this value? It's nothing but selling price minus cost price. So that's the formula of profit, right? And they're asking you what is the profit percent. So profit percent, how you can calculate profit percent? You have to compare the amount of profit with respect to the original or effective cost price. Here both are same, that is 25,000 into what? 100 to make it a percentage, right? Two zeros and two zeros are cancelled. This zero and this zero will get obviously cancelled. 25 cannot exactly divide 980, so obviously decimals are required. So 25 will go 3 times. 25 3s are 75. So if you subtract 75 from 98, it will be 23, 230. So 25 9s are 225. So out of 330, when 230, right? So out of 230, 225 is gone. So we are left with 5. As I put a decimal, 5 will become 50. 25 2s are 50. So the correct answer is 39.2%, which is at option B, 39.2%. Okay. Question number 3. Aman sold an item. Sold. See, you have to understand the word, right? Sold. Sold means it's nothing but selling price. So Aman sold an article for 7,500, which is selling price for, sorry, a man. He is not Aman, a man. So the opposite person who have actually purchased, for him 7,500 will be cost price, but for this guy who sold it, it will be selling price. So here 7,500 with respect to this man is not cost price, but actually selling price. Okay. And he actually incurred a loss, means he would have bought for it maybe for 10,000 or 5,000, etc. Sorry, more than 7,500. That's why he got a loss. And it has been very clearly mentioned. What is the loss? In terms of percent, it is 25%, right? What price should he have sold the item to have gained a profit of 25%? So the question is demanding what should be the price so that that man who actually got initially a loss of 25% should get a profit of 25%. So at a profit of 25%, it will never be 7,500, because at 7,500 he is losing 25. If you want to get 25%, then what is the price? It would never be 7,500. So you have to find out the correct answer, right? See, I already told you initially, I have very clearly mentioned that I have given an example as well. If you watch the first video, I have written it like this. When generally cost price will be 100. Suppose while selling, if it is sold for 105%, it is gain. Or if it is greater than 100%, it is gain. If it is less than 100%, it is loss. Here it is very clearly mentioned. 25% loss. If you have watched the percentage video and if you know the concept of percentages, whenever you say 25% less, that too with respect to 100, you can directly subtract. So you'll come to know it is 75%. So this is actually cost price, right? But in this case, he is actually facing a loss. That is, he is actually subtracting 25% and selling it at how much? 75%. So here, selling price comes out to be how much? 75%, but the value has been given in terms of rupees. In terms of percent, it is of course 75%. But in terms of rupees, it is how much? 7,500. It is very clearly mentioned, right? He sold it at 7,500 and actually accrued a loss of 25%. And what is the question they're asking you? Suppose he has to gain 25%. In that case, what would be the selling price? To gain 25, you have to add 25. So as the comparison value is 100, you can directly add 25% to it and you can say it should be 125. So in the second case, the selling price has to be how much? 125%. You have to find out this value. You need 125%. You know how much? 75%. And what is the value of this 75%? It is very clearly mentioned. It is 7,500 rupees. If you know proper calculations, without even writing all these things, you can easily say it is 12,500. If 75% is 7,500, obviously 125% will be 1,2500. If you want, you can solve it also. 2 zeros, sorry, 25 5s are 25 3s are. 3 will go 25 times. 3, 25, 75, double zeros are there. So 5 into 2500. So 5 into 2500, again it will be how much? 12,500 only. But with practice, you can directly say it's 12,500 without even without actually writing all these steps. You can directly say it's very simple to say the answers when the answers are in round figures, right? So the correct answer for this question is actually option B, that is rupees 12,500, right? Question number 4. Question number 4, Sarita. Sarita, what she did? She earned a profit. So to earn a profit, obviously you have to sell. Means they're talking about the selling price, right? She earned a profit of how much? 30% on selling an article for how much? 6,110. So originally, cost price will be how much? 100%. To gain a profit of 30%, obviously, she has to sell at what percent? 130%. So the selling price in this case is 130%, and the value is also mentioned. She sold it for how much? 6,110. Means they're telling you the value of 130% is 6,110. What is the cost price means? What is the value of 100%? So this is the question mark. So you want the value of 100%, whereas you actually know the value of 130%. So percent cancel, 0 cancel, and you have to multiply what? The value of what? Nothing but 130% or the actual selling price, 6,110. If you know table 13, that's fine. So 13 5s are 65. It doesn't go for 5 times. So you have to go obviously with 4 times. 13 4s are 52. So if you subtract 52 from 61, you'll get 9. So 9, 1, 91. 13 7s are 91. Lastly, there is a 0. And another 0 is here. If you multiply with that 10, the overall answer has to become 4,700. So the actual cost price is 4,700, which is not among the given options. Hence, the correct answer for this question is none of these. Okay. Out of the given options, the answer is not there. Hence, the answer is correct answer is none of these. Okay. It's a very simple question. They have given you 130% is equal to 6,110. They are asking you what is the cost price, nothing but 100. So if you know 130, you can easily tell what is 100%, right? So that is what we have done, and the correct answer is 4700, which is not among the given 4 options, and the answer is none of these. Okay. Question number 5. Sujit incurred. Incurred means again he has sold it. He has sold at a loss of how much? 45%. So he has sold at a loss of 45%, and the actual selling price was how much? 3,740. They're asking again you the cost price. So it's a very simple question and previous question, similar to previous question only. Originally, cost price will be obviously 100. And you have sold it at a loss, means you have to subtract. What is the loss? 45%. Means selling price will be how much? Selling price will be 55%. And what is the value of 55%? 3,740. They're asking you what? Cost price. And what is cost price? Obviously 100. So they're asking you 100 and they've given you how much? 55. So you have to find out 100. You know the value of 55, and the value of 55 should be multiplied, which is nothing but 3,740. 5 will go 20 times, 5 will go 11 times. 11. 11 3s are 33. So out of 37, 33 is gone. So here 4 will be left, so it becomes 44. So 11 4s are 44. Here there is a 0, so 0. So 34 into 2. 34 2s are how much? 68. Here 1 0 is there, and here there is another 0. So in answer, I get 2 zeros additionally. So the overall or final answer will be 6,800 rupees. Again, which is not among the given options. Hence, the correct answer obviously has to be none of this. Okay. The correct answer is 6,800. Okay. Okay, let's move to question number 6. Okay. Mehul is selling. So this is nothing but selling price. Selling price is 5,625. While selling, he doesn't actually had a gain, but he actually lost. Lost how much? In terms of percentage, it is 25% loss. At what price should he have sold the item to gain a profit of 25? So instead of losing 25, suppose if he has to get a profit of 25%, what should be the selling price? So in the first case, ಮೊದಲನೇ case ಅಲ್ಲಿ actually obviously selling price 100% ಇರುತ್ತೆ. When you lose 25%, you have to subtract. So loss ಆದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 100 ಇಂದ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 75% ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So this is the original selling price, first case, while we face a loss, right? And that 75% is actually equal to how much? Equal to, they have given the value, right? 5,625. But what they're asking you, or in ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, suppose if he has to get 25% profit, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? Instead of losing, ನಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ ಬದಲು ಅದೇ 25% ಸಪೋಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆವಾಗ ಅವನು 5,625 ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ how much should be the selling price, so that instead of losing 25%, that is 75% selling price, it has to be 125% selling price, or he should actually gain 25% instead of losing 25%. So simply they have given you 75% and they are asking you 125%, right? So you need 125. You know actually the value of 75, and the value of 75 has been very clearly mentioned as 5,625. Go for 25th table. 25 5s are 125, 25 3s are 75. 3 in the cancel madi. 3 1s are 3, 26. 3 8s are 24, 22. 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are 15. So it's nothing but 5 times 1875. So 5 5s are 25, 5 7s are 35 plus 2, 37. 5 8s are 40 plus 3, 43. 5 1s are 5 plus 4, 9. So the selling price, suppose if he has to get 25% profit, should be 9,375 rupees, which is actually at option A. Okay, so hope you got the conceptual clarity by now, because we are solving almost very similar kind of questions, right? Question number 7. Karthik sold. Again, they're talking about selling, right? Karthik sold an item for 6,500, and while doing so, he got a loss of how much? 25%. So if it is a loss of 25%, now I'm straight away writing the values, because you would have got an idea by now. 20% loss means obviously he has sold it for 80%. So they have given you a value of 80%, which is nothing but 6,500. That is the selling price. At what price should he have sold them to have gained? Instead of losing 20, suppose it has to get a profit of 20, then you have to find out what? 120. So you need 120. You know the value of 80, which is nothing but 6,500. 20 will go 6 times, or you can go with the 40 table. If you know 40 table, that's well and good. So 42s are 43s are cancel with 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 0. So 3 into 3 2 5 0, 3 0 0, 3 5s are 15, 1 is carried forward, 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7, 3 3s are 9. So to actually gain a profit of 20%, he has to sell. This is also selling price. We are not finding out cost price, but we are finding out another selling price. Okay. So to get 120% income, or to get 20% profit, instead of selling at 6,500, he has to sell at a value of 9,750, which is at option B. Okay. So that is the right answer for question number 7. Now we are moving on to question number 8. Manoj incurred loss. Again, we are talking about selling price. If they're talking about loss or gain, then obviously it includes selling price, because after selling only you will get a loss or gain or profit, right? So how much is the loss? 40%. And what is the actual price of selling? 5,700. So 40% loss means you can say that it is 60%. So they have told you that 60% is equal to 5,700. 60% is equal to 5,700. What was the cost price? Now they are not asking the second selling price, rather they are asking you cost price, and cost price obviously will always be how much? 100%. So you need to find out 100. You know the value of 60, which is nothing but how much? 5,700. If you know 20th table, that's well and good, or otherwise you can go with 10, etc. Okay. So 25s are 100, 23s are 60. 3 exactly, 3 19s, 57. There is double zero. So 19 5s are how much? 95 double zero. So the cost price of the article is actually 9,500. So the article which was bought at 9,500 was sold at 5,700. That is why there is a loss of 40%, or subtraction of 40% from the cost price, that is 100%. So that's how we found out the cost price to be 9,500 rupees, which is again not among the given options. Hence the answer is option E. None of these. None of these is the correct answer for question number 8. Okay. Now we are moving on to question number 9. Raj sold. Again, its selling price. For how much? 6,384. So Raj sold an article for 6,384 rupees. And in the process, he actually got a loss. Got a loss of how much? 30%. So if it is 30% loss, obviously, its value is how much? In terms of percent, 70. So 70 is equal to, or 70% is equal to 6,384. Then the question is, at what price should he have sold to have gained profit? They're asking you another. This is the first selling price. They're not asking you cost price. They're asking you another selling price, but this time it should not be 30% loss. It should be actually 30% gain. So 30% gain means nothing but how much? 130. So what is the value of 130? So I need to find out the value of 130, whereas I already know the value of 70, which is being given as 6,384 rupees. Alva? So 0 cancel ಮಾಡಿ 7 ಇಂದ cancel ಮಾಡಿ 7 9s are 63, 7 1s are 7, 14 ಇರ್ತದ 7 2s are 14. So it is actually overall finally the value has to be 13 into 912. 13 2s are 26. If you know 13 table, that's good. Otherwise you follow normal calculation method. 13 1s are 13, but 2 is already carried forward. 13 plus 2 15. So 1 is carried forward. 13 9s are 117. 117 plus 1, it will be 118. So overall the answer is 11,856 rupees. So to gain a profit of 30%, the same article should be sold at a value of 11,856, which is at option B. So the correct answer for question number 9 is option B, 11,856, right? Question number 10. You have to understand this question properly. Okay, dishonest dealer. A dishonest dealer means he is cheating. ಅವನು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಈ ತರ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So he is being dishonest either by collecting more price than actual price, or he is actually reducing the weight so that he can gain profit. Okay, so a dishonest dealer prefers to sell his goods at cost price. So the statement is like this: I am giving you at what I have bought, means I am getting at 100%. So this is cost price. Generally, usually we make a profit, right? But here the seller is very clearly stating that I don't make any profit because I am offering you the articles at the same cost price. So here cost price is actually selling price, but this is a dishonest dealer. ಅವನು ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Let us suppose that the cost price is 100. He is actually taking 100 only from the customer. ಅವನು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕೂಡ 100 ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. 100 ಗೆ ತರ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, 100 ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ because he is dishonest, because he is purchasing 1 kg. While purchasing 1 kg, 1 kg means how many grams? 1000 grams. So this is cost price. Cost price 1 kg 1000 grams, that is equal to what? 100%. But while selling, he is not giving 1 kg, he is neither giving 1000 grams, and he is gaining. Actually, suppose if he bought for 100 and sold for 100, will there be any profit? No. But it is very clearly stated that he gains 4 1/6%. It's a fraction. 4 1/6% profit. So if he is getting profit, means he is not taking more money. He is getting for 100 rupees. He is also selling for 100 rupees. That is why what he is doing, he is actually reducing the weight. So instead of 1 kg, that is 1000 grams, he might be giving 960 or 950 or 980 grams, and that is how he is making profit. Because for 100 rupees, he is getting 1000 grams. For the same 100 rupees, if he sells 950 or 980 grams, obviously there is a profit of 30 gram rupees, right? Means 30 grams in terms of rupees. 4 1/6%. So if you actually know, subtract 1/6, what is the rest? 5/6. So out of 6 parts, if 1 is over here, the rest of the 5 will be here. And if you subtract this 4, 100 minus 4, actually 96, but that's wrong. It's actually 95. 95 5/6%. This is the rest, right? If you subtract that 4 1/6%, if you don't understand, you can convert this into mixed fraction. Sorry, improper fraction. You can try. Okay, but this is how you have to calculate. 100 minus 4 1/6 will be 95 5/6%. So while selling, he is actually selling only 95 5/6%. If you feel inconvenience, then you have to do like this. 6 5s are 30, 6 9s are 540. So 540 is 30, 570 plus 5, 575 by 6%. You can also write it as like this, 575 by 6%. Okay. So if 100% is 1000 grams, I'm asking you what is 575 by 6%? Percent means what? Divided by 100. So 575 by 6% means nothing but 575 by 600. I have removed percentage symbol. Percentage symbol is equal to what? 1 by 100. So if you do that, you will come to know it is 575 by 600. 575 by 600 of what? This is nothing but required value. This is one single value. This is the required value. And what is the known value? Known value is 100. That should be written in denominator. And the value of that 100% is actually 1000 grams. So these two zeros and these two zeros cancel. And finally the calculation will be like this. Sorry. 575 by 600. And still we are having 110. So this 0 and this 0 will get cancelled. So you can go with 25. No, I think we can go with 5 actually. 5 will go 12 times. 5 ones are 5 ones are 5 5s are. So finally we are left with this 115 by 12. If you go for cancellation, 12 tens are 120, 12 nines are 108. 70, 12 6 are 70, 9.6 grams approximately. That's the weight that has been subtracted. To subtract that much, then the answer has to be, I think that's all something wrong. Okay, I should have made it simplified. I have made it complicated rather. So give me a minute. I'll just rub this and I'll show you easiest method so that you won't get confused. You can understand it easily. Okay. This becomes probably this actually confuses you. This is a long method which is not required inside the exam. It will be pure waste of time. So we will go for a better calculation speed or calculation method actually. So see here, 1000, we know that already. 1000 grams is equal to 100%, right? If you cancel this 0, you'll get the value of 10%. If you cancel 0 on the right side, you have to cancel 0 on the left side as well. So 10% is equal to how much? 100 grams, right? If you go for further cancellation of 0, out of 10, 0 1%. So here also 1 0 to be removed. 1% is equal to how much? 10 grams. And we are losing. Sorry, he is gaining. Gaining how much? Gaining 1 by 6%. It is very clear. 4% plus 1 by 6%. So 4%, how could you get 4%? 1% into 4. So here you have to multiply by 4. So if you multiply 10 grams by 4, it's already 40 grams, right? And I need another 1 by 6%. 1 by 6% means nothing but 1 by 600. 1 by 600 upon how much? The original weight of how much? 1000 grams. Two zeros cancel. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 by 6%. You have to calculate it on 1%. 1 by 6% upon 1%. 1% is not 1000, it's 10 grams. We go for cancellation, 0, 0 cancel. 1 by 60. You can directly actually do like 1 by 6 into 10. That's it. I unnecessarily don't go for confusion. 1 by 6%. 1% is 10 gram. 1 by 6% of 10 grams is 2 5s. So 2 3s. 3 1s are 3. 20. 3 6 are 80. It will continue like this. So you can round it up to 1.7 grams. Already there is 40 grams. If you add another 1 by 6% or 1.7 grams, it will be a loss of 41.7 grams overall. So he is actually removing 41.7 grams. So out of 1000, if you remove 41.7 or round it off, okay, 42, it has to be 958 grams or approximately it has to be 960 grams. Look at the question. What does he use for weight? You can consider 960 grams, but none of this is also there. So I'll go for none of this. Suppose if this is also given like 970 something, then I can choose the approximate value. But here none of this is there. Hence I have to go for exact value. Exact value has to be 958 something or 958.3 grams actual value. But if they have told you find out the approximate, in the question itself they would have mentioned, but they are expecting exact value. That is why none of this is also given. So that is why you should not choose 960, rather you should choose none of these. For example, if none of this is not there and only round figures are mentioned, then you have to choose the closest or nearest value, which is nothing but 960. But for this problem, I will go with option E, that is none of this, because the exact answer is not 960, rather it is 958.3 if you do it correctly. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it for this video and for today. This is part 2 of profit and loss. We will be solving 10 more questions of different nature, and thus we will stop profit. Thus we will complete profit and loss chapter. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your valuable time. If you found the content useful, please do like the video, share the video, and comment under the video, and make sure it reaches more number of people. Thank you. Thank you so much.